Hola a todos, soy Mike. En este video les voy a dar 3 consejos para que empiecen a hablar ya mismo en español y que desarrollen sus habilidades para conversar. Hi everybody, this is Mike. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 tips for improving your speaking skills and start speaking right now. One of the things that can be difficult for us when learning a second language is to start speaking. The speech. Building speaking skills can be difficult, especially if we are shy, if we feel embarrassed when speaking, if we don't want to make mistakes. But nonetheless, this is something that we have to start doing. So in this video, I'm going to give you 3 basic tips in order to improve your speaking skills, in order to start practicing your speaking in another language, in this case, Spanish. So let's go with the first tip. Narrate the things that you're doing throughout the day. So this is so basic because when we are narrating things, when we're telling the things that we're doing, we can basically use 2 basic tenses, either a simple present tense or a progressive continuous present tense, present continuous tense. So let's say if I wake up and I'm going to the kitchen to grab a cup of coffee, I can say voy a la cocina. That's so easy. I go to the kitchen. Quiero tomar café. I want to drink coffee. Salgo a la calle. I go out to the street. Camino hacia el carro. I walk to the car, and so and so. So the first tip, which is so easy, is to start narrating the things that you are doing throughout the day. It doesn't matter if you're not talking to anyone. You're talking to yourself, and this has to be out loud. So remember, during the day, every day, at least once, maybe twice, the better, the more the better, but at least once or twice during the day, 2 times per day, try and do narrations of the things that you're doing in Spanish. Use basic sentences and try and do that every day, every single day. The second tip is, during the day, as you are narrating things, try and convey the same idea of one of the things that you're saying, at least in 2 more different ways. Let's say, if I'm walking and I go to work, I can say, voy al trabajo. I go to work. I can also say, camino hacia mi oficina. I'm walking to my office, or I'm driving to my office. Camino o conduzco hacia mi oficina. Either if you're walking or you're driving, whatever. Or you can say, me dirijo al trabajo. I'm heading to work. And you're using different words and different expressions and different structures in order to convey the same idea. So that makes you think and build those skills based on the foundations that you have for your language. The third tip for you to start building your speaking skills is, whenever you have a question, ask or formulate the same question in terms of the options. So let's say, what do you want to eat? ¿Qué quieres comer? That would be the question. So instead of saying that, or also after saying that, I'm going to say, ¿quieres pan o quieres tostada? Do you want bread or do you want toast? What do you want for breakfast? ¿Qué quieres desayunar? That would be the question. So placing the same question, asking the same question in terms of options. So would you like eggs or toast? ¿Quieres huevos o tostada? ¿Quieres pan? ¿Quieres café? In those terms. So we would have to think in different ways based on the same idea. And I have a 4th tip for you, which is pretty much a bonus tip, and it is try and describe things during the day. do descriptions. I've talked about this before in other videos, but making when you describe things is so easy. So let's say I'm driving to my home. I'm driving home, let's say, or to my job, and as I'm driving, I see somebody and I say, okay, veo a un señor con un sombrero negro y una chaqueta azul. I see a guy with a black hat and a blue jacket. Or I can see two cars in front of me. Veo dos carros enfrente de mí. Uno de ellos es rojo, el otro de ellos es azul. One of them is red, the other one is blue. And describe as much as you can during the day. So basically, with these ideas, you can start building your speaking skills. You are going to gain confidence while speaking, and also you're going to build your vocabulary. So in a nutshell, we have the 3+, the bonus tip, which are narrate the things you're doing throughout the day. Try and say some of the sentences in 2 more different ways. Ask the questions and place the question, the whatever question you're asking, in terms of the options, and also describe things. So what's the idea? It doesn't matter what level you are. You can be beginner, you can be intermediate, you can be advanced. Sometimes there's somebody who's advanced because they can basically understand and write with no issues. But when it comes to speaking, it's hard because either, as I told you before, it's either they don't want to sound weird, because maybe they have issues with the sounds, I don't know. But with these simple ideas, you can start every day to gain your confidence and building your skills with the language. So remember, this is a thing that you must do every day. I can guarantee that if you start right now following these steps, in a matter of a month, you'll notice the difference. So it would be nice if you can make a video of yourself right now, checking your speaking skills as of today, and then start working every day on the steps that I gave you. And after a month, do the same and look for differences. So that will tell you whether this is working or not. And I think this is worth a try. So I hope this is going to be helpful for you in order to build confidence, to build your speaking skills. And remember, this is a matter of practice. Do not be afraid of making mistakes. Don't be afraid of sounding weird or sounding bad or sounding awkward. Don't worry about that. Remember, when we're kids, we speak in a bad way. We don't speak correctly. In fact, most of the native speakers do not speak our first language correctly, perfectly. So don't worry about that. Don't be afraid of making mistakes, and go ahead and start speaking right now. So I hope you like this video. If you did, you know what to do. Please share with your friends, group, social media. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Click the bell button in order to get notifications, because we're posting videos on a weekly basis. So looking forward to seeing you in future videos. Take care. Bye-bye.